Sam.
Cam.
Salmon Cam.
All right, friends, we're back.
Okay, this is it. This is the last Case Duty episode. We're done with Case Duty. This is more like a bonus episode than anything. But
Yeah, we're really just doing it because I want to have an episode where we actually talk about our final thoughts, because we didn't really have a chance to do that.
yeah, so what do you think, Sam?
All right, well, I mean, I said a lot of things when I beat the story, so a lot of that still holds. With the game, the main thing that's changing is, I mean, the game still feels like too easy overall, but now it's like, I no longer feel that there aren't challenges to be had within the game. Like, I think I made some of the bosses look easy.
You
But,
might want to change your spirits back.
Oh yeah. I made some of the bosses look easy, but I mean they're not really, like, some of those fights were really serious, and like even some of the bonus bosses, like they do some real damage to you even when you have, you know, all of your spirits doing resistances and things.
Yeah, I'm glad that you actually got to see Wargoyle's moveset.
Yeah. And I did that fucking sick dodge. That was awesome. It was an awesome fight.
Yeah, now consider if you're playing on Proud Mode and you have no drop bonuses, you have to do that at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's
And you
wild.
don't even have all the cool abilities. You don't have second chance or once more.
That boss is definitely designed to punish you for
Yeah.
not being up on your stuff.
And now you know why I like that boss so much.
Yeah.
And it's that on top of the cool aspect of riding the flames, and that music is so good.
Yeah.
And the design, like everything about that boss is like amazing. So that's Wargoyle. Yeah, Wargoyle's really good. Also about the story, remember how at the beginning of in one of the scenes where what's it called? In the mysterious tower, Yensid was like, he has fire, that one. I'm not sure if he'll be able to handle it. Do you realize what he's talking about now?
Oh. Is that just like Dark Faraga?
No. Remember he was saying like he was talking with someone and he's like, he has fire, that one. I'm not sure if he'll be able to handle it. And what's it called? I was like, who do you think he's talking about? And you're like, I don't know. Do you realize now?
He is fired. Oh, Axel!
Yes, he's talking about training Axel to wield the Keyblade.
God, that's gonna be awesome whenever that happens.
He has fire, Axel.
Yeah.
He'll be able to handle the Keyblade, and then Axel is able to actually summon it at the end of the game. So it's actually interesting. Originally, like the funny thing is that Yensid actually acts surprised when the Keyblade comes out, which caused a lot of people to not really understand. But they think that it came out of nowhere, basically, including me. And so I had this theory that that Axel had technically, or Lee rather, had technically inherited the Keyblade from Ventus, because he like took Ventus's toy Keyblade and like that counted. But no, that's not it. Actually he just got it from Yensid. That's fine. I actually only realized that like last month. That no, actually it's not that complicated. He just got it from Yensid. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But Yensid was still acting surprised, so I don't really know what that's about, but I guess he's just like surprised that it came so soon, because for everybody else it takes a long time. That's really good. All the foreshadowing in this game is good. The fact that
Yeah, the story
like,
in this game is absolutely nuts.
yeah, like
Just
the fact that
completely off bonkers, off the wall.
the gameplay like foreshadows it. Like Riku does has more wild stuff in his part than Sora's does, because it's even more dreamlike, like riding the flames.
Yeah.
Sora's is more grounded. Like Riku has all the dark abilities, Sora has all the light ones. Riku starts off with Sleep, whereas Sora starts off with Fire and Ice. The fact that the world never was comes back, and you actually get to explore more of it. So it's not like a reused world. Even Traverse Town isn't reused; it's like completely new. The world designs are way more platformy. It's like the most platformy the series is. Maybe 3 is more platformy. I'd have to play again, and I will again soon. But actually, no, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is more platformy. But it's so great to see after 2, because in 2, 2 isn't a platformer.
Yeah.
At all, except for Cave of Remembrance. But you know, even Birth by Sleep was more platforming than 2. But yeah, the enemy design is really good. Like every individual enemy has a full-fledged moveset, and it's great. Oh man, that move! Full-fledged moveset is great because they can help you with those same moves in fights. The different dispositions and AI settings, like even if you don't really like get help from them in battle, like in bosses for example, the fact that they can buff you with things like auto life, regen, spirit roar, combo assist.
Spirits are actually insane how much they do. Like, as much as I love Goofy and Donald, their specific abilities are relatively limited. And I mean, that's on purpose, right? Because like most of the power is in your hands, and like, you know, it's not like how, you know, in this game, right? Like your abilities are very much tied to your ability to progress your spirits. Like they want you to be using them actively. So it's, you know, they're not overpowered for like nothing, but it's just crazy how good they are. Honest.
Yeah. What's it called? The reality shift is a cool mechanic. Link styles and Link commands are a cool mechanic. I think the Link styles are way better than the command styles from Birth by Sleep. Even though there's less of them. Like things like Rapid Descent and Steep Climb prove that like the Osaka team was finally starting to get a handle on actually making like the basic attack commands more interesting and fun compared to like Birth by Sleep, where you have nothing, you just have basic attacks. But in this game, you have those and the full motion attacks. What's it called? The Link attacks is basically them like figuring out limits. I actually think the drop system was a good idea. I know it's not perfect, but the fact that it adds this sort of like arcadey element to Kingdom Hearts, is really good, and I'd love to see that more. I just wish there was a more interesting way to extend drop than just an item, basically.
I think what would be cool if they reiterated on this again, is to do stuff like, you know, like the session, like how the reality shift is session, right, in this place, and like Sora gets involved. It'd be cool if they kind of expanded on stuff like that, where like maybe like you'd have to find some other way to narratively justify it, because the drop system is just so inherently tied to like how the worlds work in this game. But it would be really cool if the drop system essentially becomes like a tag team system.
I think for a Dream Drop Distance 2, let's call this that. If they made a Dream Drop Distance 2, it wouldn't necessarily be about dreams or dropping, so they could change the mechanics so that like everything about the mechanics is justified when you know the whole story.
Dream Drop Dunkachino.
Like, you can't really complain about it, because it's like, it has to be like that. It has to be this way. That's how what happens in the story. Like, the drop is Sora falling asleep and waking up. That's what it is.
It's a fundamental part of how the story in this game works.
So if you...
Wow, right, I don't have any of mine.
You turned it off.
I was like, what the hell?
Turn them all back on.
Yeah.
And then, so what's it called? That looks so weird. If they made like another game where you alternate between Sora and Riku, let's say that,
Yeah,
right?
which would be sick. I love that. Like fucking every game should be that.
I would say instead of a time limit for dropping, I would have it so that you drop at specific points in the levels.
That'd be cool.
Whereas in this game, you could drop anywhere. You could even press start and drop right now if you want in battle. I think you should have points where you drop in levels, and then also have it so that you can more directly affect what happens in the other character's playthrough when you drop. So it's like, so it is literally like them directly helping each other out. Like, yeah, like more like a tag team. But I would still give them both their own levels, or at least own routes and levels, and I would also make it so that drop bonus is still there. But since it'd be like locations rather than time, I would give a time bonus, so that you get rewarded for. I would give a bunch of bonuses. I would give time bonus for getting there faster. I would give like,
you could make it like literally arcadey, where it's like there's a score system, and like maybe you get like instead of having drop bonuses work with like DP, or at least purely DP, maybe it's like your score in a level influences the stuff you can get.
Yeah. And so like in this game, scoring works is drop points plus portals cleared plus special portals cleared, and that is your total drop points. Whereas I think like I would have it, I could like, I think like droplets are fine, but also maybe have like droplets, enemies killed, what's it called, time bonuses, and then just have like a bunch of different bonuses, like for example maybe like no hit, or
maybe something like sort of like how the end of the game tracks like your most used command or something. Maybe something of kind of like that, but it's like number of commands successfully landed or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. What's it called? I would also not mind like mutually exclusive commands, because like for example, Devil May Cry 5 has a command I think called like Style King or something, where if it's exclusive to Dante, and it's like if you cycle between all 4 styles, you get Style King. But then you could also get Style Purist, which is you never change style at all. And so like maybe something like that, like you could have like use all of your commands, or use only one of your commands.
Yeah.
Or use only one type of command. Also, actually, I wouldn't want it to be a command deck game.
Yeah.
Like, this game is fun and all, but I prefer...
I like the command deck as like a system, but yeah, it's just not as good as the numbered tiles.
command menu.
Yeah.
In fact, I kind of doubt we'll ever see the command deck again, because the way the command deck works, the reason why it exists, the command deck and the deck in Chain Memory exist pretty much because they're like, these systems aren't powerful enough to... Yeah, let's see if they have Balloonga. They don't.
They do not. They actually don't have any balloon anything.
Well, if you can find it like a bargain flurry place that would have Balloonga in it.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we do that? And then they're not going to have any new spirits. I still think it's funny how many troubling figments do I have? Like, what's the limit? 99?
But yeah, I think this game is fun in spite of command decking, and they actually show that a lot of the problems that I have with
classes,
with Birth by Sleep, like,
yep,
really work.
I mean, like this game, if nothing else, this game completely redeems Birth by Sleep's design.
Yeah,
it's like it really does. Like when we beat Birth by Sleep, like I was saying, like it's not it's not really a bad game. It's just like there are execution mistakes that really overshadow some of the good things that the game has to offer. Like there are some cool set pieces and interesting ideas in Birth by Sleep. It's just every time Vanitas shows up, I want to kill myself. you know,
Vanitas
like,
did show up in this game, technically.
he did. At least it was just in a cutscene. Although I guess
Yeah,
now that I beat Birth by Sleep, the
armored-
effect was very very Kino.
Armored Ventus Nightmare also has a lot of Vanitas' moves, including the ending.
Yeah, and also wasn't nearly as bullshit. Was a little worried that it was like gonna be some dumb shit because, well, you know, it has elements of lingering will and Vanitas, so it's like, oh god.
Remember, like it was like, oh well, you know, this is based on Birth by Sleep, but for whatever reason they didn't bring shot locks back. Did they forget about shot locks? And then you fight Armor Ventus Nightmare, and then at the end of the fight, he shot locks you. You literally see the cursor just pop up on Riku. That's
Yeah.
sort of like bringing back that gameplay mechanic, and it's like you really
Oh,
really.
no. Still no Beluga.
Was this Bargain Flurry?
I think so. It's the one with like sail on it, right? Like, I'll show you. Hold on. Is that not Bargain Flurry?
No.
Oh,
now.
right. It's now. Okay. Oh, then I need to look at it again. Okay, no.
And like it's
We
so
probably
good.
don't
And
have
then
it then.
what's it called?
Yeah, no Bargain Flurries here.
All these revelations. Okay. Go in the world, real quick. Actually, no. Over here you do it. Go to the main menu from here. Press start. Main menu. Go to Mementos. Go to Mementos. Go to theater. Let's watch the opening again. See if you understand it.
Yeah. It's probably just like Birth by Sleep, where they fucking spoil the entire game at the opening. But yeah, most of my... oh, actually, the other thing I wanted to mention about the game, that I'm not sure if I mentioned before when I beat the story, is... the game is probably the glitchiest Kingdom Hearts game I've played so far. Like, it's definitely got some weird shit. Not that it's not that glitchy. It's not like we didn't encounter bugs every 5 seconds, but like the soft locking thing feels like a rather surprising oversight because being in limit at that point in the fight doesn't feel like a hard thing to accomplish, especially if you've got Link Accelerator and you spam limits, or spam Link attacks as much as I do.
Yeah, it's a really strange oversight.
So, you know, like, there are things like that. There are things like, you know, invisible bicycle. Things like clipping through the floor that, you know, happen to you, Kim.
The poses that Sora, Donald, and Goofy were doing right now, that's the poses that they did when they were falling into Wonderland.
Oh shit, you're right. Like Riku and Kairi on the shore there.
Yeah, this pop-up book thing, looked a lot better in the 3DS's 3D.
Yeah, I mean, the whole game probably looks better in the 3DS's 3D. I can totally believe that. Which is why I do want to, like, maybe at some point I'll see if I can pick up this game for 3DS. And, like, just play it again. Like, now that I kind of know everything, I'll probably be able to beat it even... Yeah, probably able to beat it even faster. Because I assume everything... Like, I assume they haven't made very many gameplay changes outside of the things that were necessary for them to do because of the platform switch.
Yeah, they changed how the camera works.
Because it's different from, like, I think between GBA Chain of Memories and well, I guess that was because it was re.
Remember how the 3DS version of this opening it shows 2 Mickeys on the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed Sam the 3DS version of the opening shortly after we started this game to show, like, this is way better on the 3DS. Has this fight against Axel.
Yeah, which
Look at what
never
Sora and
happens.
Riku do. Look at what Sora and Riku do here. After blocking all the stuff, they do session.
Yeah, which is cool. And then this is playing like the exact cutscene. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
but
is literally exactly how the cutscene works.
Yeah.
In the Xemnas fight, and then you have to, then you like triangle him one last time.
But then this is the new stuff.
Yeah, this is like, wait a minute, Xehanort. That feels like a callback to Birth by Sleep. That moment.
Yeah, it is, but
Books. That's cool.
so remember that moment where Sora goes, "My friends are my power." Everyone shows up behind him.
Yeah.
That's that,
Yeah, that's cool.
and it's basically showing Xehanort's back, and we're gonna get everyone else back too.
Yeah, that's
That's what
basically.
that's what this whole game is about. And then
Yeah, it's
this
just
part.
rallying the troops.
Sora falls first.
Oh, god damn it. Man, this whole series, dude. This game is wild. This fucking Jesus Christ.
How do you plan this out?
Yeah, like I want to know, how do you become this much of a Chad?
It's insane. The whole thing with the Rikusen sigil
Yeah.
that popped up when he goes to Traverse Town and his clothes change, because that's after he fell asleep. And then Riku's clothes change in Traverse Town because that's after he goes to Sora's dreams.
It's all just so good.
It's so Kino. Kino. This
It's
is what Kino is.
absolutely
It's
Kino.
cool storytelling. And then the game's fun too. And the gameplay ties the story, and the gameplay's also good. And
Yeah.
if you basically if you use drop me nuts, that's it. If your multi-use problem of the game is the drop system. If you use drop me nuts, that doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, it's not even that complicated of a thing. Like,
It's
just-
literally, you have a time limit, and here's an item that increases the time limit.
yeah,
That's it.
And then it's like, it's really just make sure you have a lot of drop points by the time you drop. And use drop me nots if you don't think you're gonna have enough time. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
literally my only problem with the game is that when you realize that, the rest of the game becomes a lot easier. Like, a lot easier, dramatically easier. I still wish that the story, I mean, there's plenty of challenging bonus content, but I wish the story maintained some of its difficulty even after you have, I mean, it kind of did in the later worlds. Like,
And I think
there were enemies that
real
were
issue-
kicking my ass in Symphony of Sorcery, for example, but
I think the real issue is pretty much just that critical mode, you have to beat the game first for it.
yeah. If you could, if this was like Final Mix, if they did like Dream Drop Distance Final Mix, where you just had access to critical mode at the very beginning, that would be
Yeah.
that'd be better.
Birth by Sleep Final Mix had access to critical mode at the beginning. I don't know why they changed it here, but thankfully
Yeah.
that isn't the case in future Kingdom Hearts games. At least, actually, it might still be true in 0.2, but 0.2 isn't like a whole game or anything.
And that's what we're
but
doing
speaking
next.
Speaking of 0.2, what do you think about that? What do you think that's about?
Well, we know it's about Aqua, right?
Yes.
It's like, so now that we know what Dream Drop Distance is about, presumably 0.2 has something to do with Aqua finding her way back. Like, I guess she finds a way to get out of the land of the realm of darkness, or something, you know?
So, at the very least, you got that Aqua is in the realm of darkness. The game is like it's pretty much a follow-up to the secret episode. It's about Aqua in the realm of darkness. So, Yes, you got that right. But yeah, you're going to be playing as Aqua again, Sam.
Nice.
How does that feel?
It feels very interesting. I mean, Aqua was probably my favorite Birth by Sleep character, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Partly because
It's
she was
actually-
like the best of the three, but like no real contest. But oops. My headphones fell down. But like she was the best of the three. But also there's like there's something kind of tragic about it. I mean, it kind of was before. It's not like the fates their fates being sad was established in Birth by Sleep. Like it's not like a multi-game revelation. But like, you know, like well, okay, I guess I should rephrase. There's something like it's a tragic situation, but like now that I know what Dream Drop Distance is, it's more uplifting now. Because it's
Yeah.
like we know that Aqua is gonna find her way out, and then, I mean, I know she shows up in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know in what
then
capacity exactly.
Remember Ventus at the end of this game? The very last thing we see was Ventus in Castle Oblivion, and he
He smiles.
smiled. Yeah. So we're gonna like what?
Yeah. Presumably something happens with him. Like maybe he wakes up soon.
Yeah. So like.
Because his heart's asleep, right? Like that's why he's there.
Yeah.
And then he's in Castle Oblivion specifically to protect him, like so that people don't find him. And I guess Xehanort was looking for him.
Yeah. Okay,
so-
Sam. We're, I guess you're gonna start the new year off with 0.2.
Yeah, which is hype as fuck.
Yeah.
And that won't take long. It's not a long game. So, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 is like right around the corner. Like we're going to start Kingdom Hearts 3 next month, guaranteed.
Actually, I do want to start 0.2 like this week
Yeah.
because this game is so short. But I want to wait until everything is up before we start 3, just like with KH2.
Okay. I mean, there were other things that we were going to do in the meantime, just as like a little break.
Yeah,
But like, I am basically standing at the
we're gonna
door of Kingdom Hearts 3.
we're gonna transition to 0.2 like it was the same game because
Yeah.
it's hard to sync. They're part of the collection, and it is even shorter than 3D because we know that's even shorter.
It's like 2 levels, and then
It's called
maybe a little
0.
bonus content.
I think it's like 3 levels. It's
Okay.
called 0.2 Final Chapter Prologue, and it did have some blocked cutscenes, but I think there was like a news like just before KH3's release, they like updated the game so that there's no blocked cutscenes. So I will say, make sure this game is updated to the latest version, and not just the version you have from the disc before you play 0.2.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out some way to confirm that.
Confirm what?
What version we have.
You literally just on the PS4 home menu, you press start on the game icon and you go check for
okay.
updates. But yeah, and you have to make sure you're connected to the internet for that. But yeah, also we did a whole playthrough with SharePlay, and it only gave us trouble in the beginning.
Yeah, this was the first time we tested our quarantine technology.
Honestly,
and it was fine.
The second week gave us so much trouble that I was like, I don't know if I want to go the whole series like this. But then like every week after that has been so smooth that I'm like, I'm perfectly fine going through KH3 like this.
Yeah. The literal only problem we had after that second week was it was your
The mic
mixer.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And then also yeah, me fixing the trash can audio problem, which I'm glad we did that early, so most of the series is fine.
and also what's it called? That weird thing where your TV wasn't turning on.
Yeah, that was also that was kind of strange too.
No, not that it wasn't turning on. It was just detecting the PS4.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was some kind of, what is it, like HD MPC?
HDCP.
HDCP.
But yeah, that's the problems we've been having. We've also been playing into the night. It's almost 5 a.m.
Yeah, hopefully the schedule will be a little bit more consistent and not as late in the future. But you know, like it worked well for this game, and yeah, like I too. The only thing I think, okay, so yeah, as Cam said, we'll probably wait for everything to, or more or less everything to be uploaded before we start KH3. So maybe we'll get to KH3 more in February than January, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then,
we all have also started uploading episodes of 3D during the playthrough, so it's not going to take as long.
Yeah, like the episodes for 3D. In fact, I think. Oh, that reminds me, Cam, if you.
I know they need to go up like today.
Yeah, you need to do them like today and.
Yeah,
today
I
and
actually started editing them before we started playing. So.
Okay, good. So yeah, now that we're done recording, so you'll have all day tomorrow, basically.
Today.
Yes, today. To do it. But yeah, that's the Melody of Memory demo episodes.
We did 2 episodes of that. You probably have already seen it by the time you get here, but that should give you an idea of how far in advance we play these games before we actually put the episodes up.
Although we did close the gap. Like literally yesterday, I think the final episode of KH2 went up.
Yeah.
Like literally the final episode went up yesterday. So, but to give you an idea of how long ago that was recorded, it was before the pandemic. In fact, it was like January. So
yeah, we actually have our videos unlisted and scheduled.
Yeah.
So we actually had every KH2 video uploaded onto YouTube, unlisted, scheduled, and then we started KH3D, and then we beat KH3D completely, including bonus bosses, on the session that we started on the last day, the day the last KH2 video went up. That is...
Yeah, there's something poetic about that.
That is, yeah, that's insane. And so...
But yeah, so when by the time you see this, though, that means... between the finishing KH2 and uploading all the episodes, there was an 11th month, a 10-month gap. So for most of the series, right, for most of the KH2 episodes, they're all like 8 to 10 months old, right?
They're in 2019, and then the very last bits of KH2 are at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah. Whereas in Dreams of Distance, right, by the time you watch this, it's only really a month gap, which I think is a lot healthier. I think if possible, I'd like to maintain just that no more than 2-month gap between recording and uploading episodes. Which
it's a good thing we're in the groove of editing and uploading as we get the episodes, so that'll be easier to maintain. The Melody Memory is on my PS4, and I don't have the Snazzy account on the PS4, so I have to upload by my computer, and I had computer problems multiple times, and I was missing my USB disk, but it's all settled now. I should definitely get that stuff up soon after we finish recording this. And that's all I have to say. Like, do you have any final thoughts, Sam?
I think I said pretty much everything I want to say. I don't really have anything to say either.
Alright, Sam. So, let's just see one more shock dive, and then we'll end it.
One more, you mean opening again?
No, not the opening. I said shock dive, like, I want you to float.
Oh.
I want you to do the attack, because that attack has been carrying us. Because your drop bonuses are so good. You have Link Turbo, so you've been using it endgame. So just end it with a shock dive.
Yeah.
Yes! Alright, say goodbye to Michael, say goodbye to Rapid Duracell, say goodbye to Prickled Rick, say goodbye to, Tatsu, say goodbye to Meow Mix, say goodbye to, Amsa, say goodbye to...
Well, we never used, by the way.
Say goodbye to Zolo, say goodbye to, Gang weed.
Hell yeah, dude.
Say goodbye to
I miss you guys.
I can't remember. Just look at your list.
Yeah, let's take a look at my spirit list one last time. Oh wait, that's wrong. Fucking man, I am the king of not knowing what menus to do. There we go. So Meow Mix, Rugi.
Bye. Bye.
Bye Meow Mix, bye Rugi, bye Prickle Rick, bye Gangweed, Gangweed Money, bye Tatsumaki, bye Zolo, bye Heracross, bye Pagliacci, Heraki. No, fuck you. Herakai, if anything. Bye Pagliacci, bye Kermiti, bye Swedish Fish, bye Donald, bye Meowki, who we also never used. By Ghost Ball, by Benjamin, by Amsa, and of course by Rapid Duracell, by Michael, and by Gurentatsu.
See you guys.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 6,
maybe
9, 12,
sometime down the line
15,
we'll do a New Game
18.
Plus critical mode just for fun. Like,
Yeah.
But that'd be like a year later. Or
Yeah, this would be like after we've already caught up to the King H games.
Yeah, this would be after the pandemic.
Yeah, this would be after I literally caught up with all the games, and you know, maybe we're waiting on the next KH game to drop.
Yeah, we might start streaming at that point too.
Yeah,
It could just be like a stream thing.
Yeah, there are like a bunch of things we could do in that vein. Like I could redo Kingdom Hearts 1 on hard mode because we beat it on normal
Proud mode.
or proud mode.
Proud mode KH1, level 1 KH2. You probably don't want to touch Bird by Sleep again.
Probably not. I mean, if anything, I would want to beat the bonus boss.
I
Even
guess
though he's
that's
immune.
true.
But that would be lit. That would be it. I don't want to fucking do anything else in that game.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck
well,
Phineas, I'm not doing that shit again.
that's it for KH3D. Next episode is
0.2?
Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Final Chapter Prologue. Get hyped for that.
yeah.
And see ya.
See ya.